get momentum.
Oh yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa. Crack in the road, you know, it's like a crack in my back.
Where are we headed, Micah?
We're headed to the courthouse, to the Free Speech Center Plaza thingy they got down there.
Yeah, what happened today?
Hippies play
Kicked their ass, didn't they? A little bit.
A little bit. They got scared.
They did. They didn't quash the subpoena, but they withdrew the subpoena. ACLU kicked their ass.
Thank you, Tim Lewis.
Hey, thank you, Micah. And let's not forget Scruffy.
Scruffy, how you having a good time, Scruffy? Oh, it's been wonderful. I put on my lucky underwear this morning. We should be in for a treat.
As I think you all know, at this point, the ACLU, through our volunteer attorney, Tony Rostes, standing next to me, filed a motion in Lane County Circuit Court this morning asking for the subpoena of Tim Lewis that would have required him to provide complete copies of videotapes he made on June 30th here in ACLU to the grand jury. We filed a motion to quash that subpoena, arguing that Mr. Lewis is protected, as are all journalists, under the Oregon Shield Law from having to turn over any unpublished material to a grand jury or any other court proceeding under the law.
I mean, I'm sort of associated with sort of a culture of resistance and a culture that sort of, struggles against the powers that be. And so for me to have to come to the courts and give up videotape or raw footage from that world would prevent me from doing the kind of work that I do, and the trust would be lost. So that's really important for me.
And that's why so many journalists around the country have felt so strongly that they don't want to disclose unpublished material. And thankfully in Oregon, journalists have that right. It's clearly laid out in Oregon law. And that's what ACLU is willing to go to bat for Mr. Lewis.
So now that you're not being compelled by a grand jury to turn over the footage, why not just do it as we said, out of some sort of civic duty or out of some sort of wanting the facts to come out as clearly as possible?
Well, I might think about that. I might do that. I'll think about whether or not, I might create another piece that might go up on PictureEugene on YouTube and let people determine what really went down that day. But I'll tell you, I mean, there's not much more footage that they're going to see, but I might do that later on. I'm not sure. It's up, it's between me and the people I work with whether or not that'll happen.
Are you guys disappointed in the fact that you guys didn't get to fight this case and used him as a test case, kind of set a precedent that independent video journalists, online journalists, are in fact covered by the Shield Law?
I'm a little disappointed because it would have been nice to see them make the arguments, Tony and the ACLU make the arguments for me, and to see what the prosecutor's arguments were. And again, I just think that the chance to make those arguments was here, and they walked away and took the ball and just went home and decided not to continue to to play this game that they initiated. So I'm a little disappointed at that, but I'm really happy that the ACLU came to bat for me, and Tony did a lot of work for me, and the Register Guard and KVAL and the Eugene Weekly all provided some great information to the citizens about what was happening in my case, and it was really nice to see how the community came together to try to quash, or hopefully quash, the subpoena. So I really appreciate what went down in this community over the last week or so.
Tim, what's your message to the DA's office, back to the DA's office through us? What would your message be today?
My message be? What should it be? What do you think?
I know what it should be.
What should it be?
Well, thank you for recognizing that the law says what it says. I think a judge would have agreed.
Did the DA's office recognize that?
I think that they did implicitly. They haven't said that. But I tend to believe that they understand they would not have won this fight.
Hi, you're from the ACLU. I'm Scruffy, the puppet.
Nice to meet you in person. I'm a great fan.
I'm just so honored that we were able to gather so much attention, and I'm so grateful that Tim Lewis took a stand and
and for all human beings
Well,
in America,
at
and
least for-
really respecting our family values that we hold near and dear to our country land.
Some people don't think journalists are human beings, but as a recovering journalist myself,
Well, we're not human
I
beings, we're
feel
puppets.
We got to get you to do a promo.
We want me to promote.
But you look right in the camera
Yes.
and go,
Should I have
I
my
watch
glasses on?
Picture Eugene on YouTube. You do too.
I watch Picture Eugene on YouTube, and you really ought to as well.
No.
No.
I watch Picture
No, I'm
Eugene
not
catching
on
enough.
YouTube, and you do too.
You want me to say it like that?
Yeah, come on, we're
that's
not
what our-
English
that's what it
teachers
is.
here.
I watched Picture Eugene one time on YouTube.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What, take
No.
three?
Goddamn attorneys.
All right.
Legal jargon.
One more,
Okay.
third time.
All right. I watch Picture Eugene on YouTube, and you do too.
No, Jesus.
That's right.
That was right.
Was it?
Yeah, I watch
okay.
Picture
All right,
Eugene
all
on
right,
YouTube,
all right.
and you do too.
And you do too.
And you do too.
You don't put and in there. You do too.
So now this is about ifs, ands, and buts.
Okay, that's okay. That works.
Speech, free speech,
That's
my
okay.
And?
bleep, bleep, bleep.
No, you do too. There's a pause, and then you do too.
Is it some kind of a? Is this some cryptic gang sign like what you did in front of the camera like that?
Oh, yeah, that was.
So-
No,
Oh,
that's
that was
just-
me.
That was loose.
I don't
So that's
do
good
cryptic gang
enough.
Is that
signs.
close enough? Want me to do another one? Another take 4?
Well, if you want to try,
Yeah,
you can.
cameras are always
You
rolling.
do too.
I watch Picture Eugene on YouTube. You do too.
See, doesn't that
That was
work?
beautiful.
Doesn't that work?
It sounds like a
That's
command.
beautiful.
I don't like it. It's too.
Okay.
It's too
Well, that's what it
forceful.
should be.
Too
You
forceful?
gotta command people
I'm
to
not
watch
into telling
it because,
people what to do.
I don't know. That's like
Well-
you're the fucking cops now,
Right.
Cam.
Right.
well, you know,
I mean, come on.
we gotta get somebody to watch the damn thing.
Well,